let's move things over to Yahoo Finance's 3 to 5 anchor, Shauna Smith. Hey, Shauna.
Hey there, Rochelle. Well, let's talk about the pet business because we know Americans are cutting back on spending, even thinking twice before buying for their pets. But despite this tough economic backdrop right now, sales at online pet company Chewy, they were up 14% during the second quarter from a year ago. And the brand is gaining market share. Joining us now with a closer look at those results and also the consumer spending trends, we want to bring in Sumit Singh, Chewy's CEO. Sumit, it's great to have you here in studio. Thanks very much for joining us.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about the trends that you're seeing in the consumer, because right now we've seen so many consumer-facing brands really seeing a pullback here on spending. Is that the case for Chewy? Because 14% jump in sales doesn't look like you're having that tough of a time.
Well, very proud for the 14%. And if you look at our subscription revenue, it actually grew faster than the overall 14%. So it's great. So what that tells you is that consumers continue to find value and convenience in the combination of those two really compelling right now. And we are offering both. But yes, you cannot ignore the macro. And so from that standpoint, consumers are appropriately, discerning between consumables and health categories relative to some hard goods and supplies category. And Sean, the great deal about Chewy is that 85% of our revenue in Q2 was driven by these more resilient consumables and health categories. So from that standpoint, we believe we are out there serving consumers well.
Are you investing more in those spaces as a result of the current economic environment?
Health has been a strategic investment for us for the last several years. And in consumables, we've built this credible business on the back of incredible proposition on pricing and great value convenience or delivery convenience. And so both, I think the complementarities are really powerful from a consumer point of view.
And we talk about how much people are spending. A couple of the numbers that jumped out to me in this report was that sales per customer from $330 per pre-IPO to $530 this past quarter. That's a jump of about 60%. When you talk about the loyal customer, what are the plans there in order to really continue on that growth trajectory and continue to get people to spend more at Chewy?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I really appreciate you bringing that metric up. So this metric, net sales per active customer, or traditionally in retail, you would call it share of wallet. Mm-hmm. And we really have been successful in consolidating share of wallet. And that's a core proposition of how we go to market with consumers. We have this predictability in our cohort behavior where consumers spend $100, $150 in the first year, but then, by year 5, 6, 7, they're spending north of $500, $600. Our oldest cohorts that are with us through 2011 through 14 are spending north of $1,000 with us right now. And so our goal and our plan has always been the same: help customers discover with ease, help customers bundle with ease, help customers subscribe to our product like AutoShip with ease, and that gives you reliability and predictability. Look, we're all busy. And so if we can take the pain of time management away from you and give you the way to supercharge pet parenting by being with you through the highs and lows of pet parenting, that drives loyalty towards the brand.
Yeah, and certainly consumers are always looking for convenience. Sumit, when you talk about pricing right now, are you still seeing higher prices from your suppliers?
Yes, so we're not seeing higher prices from suppliers. However, there is higher inflation still in the system relative to where CPG is trending currently, or where pet normalizes currently. So let me give you an example. Pre-pandemic, pet inflation used to be somewhere in the low to mid single digits. And currently, pet inflation is in the low double-digit range. And so it has started to normalize. It used to be even higher 3 months ago. But we believe it's going to take a few more quarters for it to completely normalize.
So what are you doing in terms of that pricing? Are you passing any of that along to the consumer?
Yeah, so the pet industry is for the most part MAP compliant. And what that tells you is that these costs that actually came through have essentially converted into price. And suppliers and companies like us are good at holding brand value up. And so in the market, and so consumers find even more value with programs like AutoShip, because when you subscribe, you get, the more you buy, the more you save. And plus, who wants to lug 40-pound dog food bags, back from kind of stores to their houses? So the online proposition continues to resonate pretty robustly.